Oops. Sorry, my bad. I forgot to put that back on. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a great Sunday. It is so great to see everybody here. For anybody new, I'm going to re-go over all of the basics of the collaboration. This is the Survival Seeds 2024 Garden Collaboration, and this is our live stream. This collaboration is all about food security, self-sufficiency, and seed survival. Those are the three main goals for this collaboration. Of course, there are other topics that we try to cover, like being able to grow whether you have experience or not, or being able to grow whether you have a huge farm or itty bitty little pots on your balcony. That's another thing we're trying to accomplish and teach and learn from each other. We have some great updates coming up this March, and we are super excited to get further into the month and see what amazing prizes Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa have planned for the last Sunday of this month. I believe he said we have up to $2,800 worth of donations to the giveaways in total. So all of the giveaways, I think we've gotten up to $2,800 worth of prizes that you guys can win. And I was just blown away by that number. I was shocked that so many people have donated. So to everyone who has donated or helped connect with businesses to donate to the live stream, thank you guys so much. Hello, Grace and Fire and Rem's family. It's good to see you guys. Happy Sunday. And Cindy Squirrel Off Grid and Watt Life, happy Sunday. It's great to see you. Speaking of, hello, Mr. Jesse. Miss Lisa, happy Sunday. Be charming. Hi, Mom. Scotty Too Hottie, happy Sunday. Rebel Kenner is listening while I make dinner. Well, thank you. Thank you, Miss Tammy. It's good to have you here. Hello, Bubble Bibble. I still love that name. Robert Bates, happy Sunday. And SD Mountain Man, happy Sunday. Hi, Miss Heather, happy Sunday. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you guys are having an excellent week. Hello. Happy Sunday, Miss Lynn. I think that's everyone. I am super excited for tonight because tonight we are going to be talking with Mr. Casey about preserving some of the seeds and some of the produce you can get in your garden. And I'm really excited to hear more about his thoughts on that and what different methods he uses, because I know there are a lot of different methods for preserving and growing and canning and different methods for doing things like that. So I'm really excited to get into that. Hello, Jonathan Earl. Happy Sunday. We met Mr. Casey a pretty good while ago, and we've had some cool things that we've done with him. Hi, Mr. Casey.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
Oh, thank you for coming. I'm excited too.
Yes, for what, probably 3-4 years, maybe.
I think so. We've known each other for a while. I know we originally met you, I think, through Miss Lisa and the Around the Hay Bale group.
That was it. Yep, it was all thanks to Lisa, the fairy godmother of the homesteaders.
Oh, absolutely. And then we did that the Silent Night collaboration with you, where you guys were going through the nativity story.
Yes, that was. Well, we just fell in love with you and your sisters from the Around the Hay Bale podcast. You're such a talented band, and y'all performed for our July 4th episode. I think it was season 2. It was either season 1 or season 2. And then when me and Monica and Eric at Bland's Promised Land Ranch we're thinking who we're going to get to do the music. It was a no-brainer. It was like the Vineyard Chicks. Yes. So that's how we did the Christmas Story collab.
Well, I just wanted to let you know, I don't know if you knew this, but when you had us do the 4th of July one, we were kind of like just starting with our music then. We'd only been playing together as a band for like 3 or 4 months. I mean, like KK had been playing piano for years, but we only just started playing together as a band. So when you guys reached out to us telling us that you wanted us to play in that was huge to us. And every time we sing that song, like that time we sang it at the at one of the local fairs last year. Every time we sing it, we get reminded of you and around the hay bale, and just it was huge to us because that was really cool for us because we were just starting.
We were excited to have y'all on. I mean, it was huge for us to have y'all on, and I've always loved y'all's name, the Vineyard Chicks. It just kind of seemed like super like big shot celebrity sister band kind of thing. So
well, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Trying to think about if we've done anything else with you guys.
I know. Okay, so we did the Christmas collab. I think y'all have done 2 episodes on Around the Hay Bale. I think you've done music for 2 of them.
I think so.
I'm trying to go back on all of our episodes. I know the July 4th was the first one, and I think y'all did one with the band McMillan too. I think there was both of y'all for the 3rd season. Maybe it was the 3rd season. Again, thanks to Lisa over at Yogi Hollow for connecting everybody together.
Mm-hmm. And then what was I gonna say? I just thought of something. Wow. I completely forgot what I thought of.
It's my everyday.
And then you requested Any More from Kane.
Yes. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite songs of all time.
It's a good one. I hadn't heard of it before you requested it. It's a really good song.
I love them. I think especially with y'all being a sibling band and them being a sibling band, it was kind of meant for y'all to do something by Kane.
Oh, they're good.
They're good.
That was awesome. It was a cool song. I was surprised I hadn't heard of it yet.
Yeah, it was pretty new. I think it was pretty new on their 2nd album. So
yeah, and then do you want to talk a little bit about your channel? Well, we know you do farming. It's in the name. So do you want to talk about your channel to anyone new?
Well, I was about to say I'm a newbie homesteader. I've been here, I think almost officially in May, it'll be 2 years. I've been on this homestead. And this will be the 3rd garden year. Learned a lot. I feel like I'm the big boy homesteader now because I actually have chickens and turkeys and like animals, and it's not just a thought. But my channel is pretty much about the journey in homesteading, canning, preserving, basically living a more self-sustainable, quiet, peaceful lifestyle. So that's what we're about here at Ormsby Farm. That's what we're about.
Well, I saw you had started doing hydroponics too.
Again, thanks to Lisa.
Right.
I love hydroponics. I'd been wanting to try it for a long time, and got one of the little sets. I was like, okay, I know I could be really cool like Lisa and do the mason jars and the cracky method, but I'm a scaredy cat. So let me try this one that they give you everything to do it. And the lettuces is beautiful and it tastes so good. So having good fresh lettuce that you can go and cut in the kitchen every single day is a huge plus.
Right. It's really cool just being able to just like have that growing in your house. You can just get it. And like in the seasons when you can't grow, you don't have something inside, you end up missing that fresh produce kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And see, I'm here in Georgia and we're zone 8A and we get really, really hot. So lettuce is just not kind of a thing through the summer unless you grow it indoors, which is crazy because that's when you want the lettuce the most, is over the summer for,
Right.
fresh garden salads and that kind of stuff. So it's good to have it now indoors that I can cut, eat, and go.
It is awesome. So I'm just trying to think of other things that I saw you doing. How many birds do you have?
Okay, so we started off with 19. I had 12 chickens. I was crazy and decided to jump in full force and got 12 chickens and 7 or 8 turkeys. I can't remember how many I got at the beginning. And out of my 12, 8 of them turned out to be boys. And I
Oh
only needed
no.
one. So we had to get rid of those. And then out of my 7 or 8 turkeys, one turned out to be a girl. So I had to get rid of all my 7 or 6 male ones. So I didn't have the best luck with, actually hens this year, but I have 5 hens and 1 rooster now, and 1 turkey hen and 1 tom. But I just started incubating yesterday, so I'm ready for the babies. It's springtime.
Oh man, I can't wait to start incubating eggs. It's still too cold for us, but I miss those little babies.
They're
Oh.
so good. I will say that was my favorite part of the raising the chicks until they got to like 4 or 5 weeks, and they really smelled because I had them in my house. So I was like, yeah, okay, this is time for y'all to go out to the coop. But
Yeah.
and the turkeys are so cute. Their little big eyes. They're
Are.
adorable. Yes.
Don't know why they're so cute.
Yes. I
That's
love baby
definitely my
chicks.
favorite part. Just when they're like those little fluff balls
Right, right, right.
before
And
they even
then
get
you
any
just keep on
wake
incubating more because you want the little cute little chicks, and then you have 100 chickens. So
all the time.
right.
You're gonna actually find that it's really common to get a lot of males. I don't know why the Y chromosomes are so strong in animals, but
Oh my goodness. I was
literally.
like, now see if I'm starting meat birds this year. So I don't mind if they're the boys this year, but when I wanted my laying hens, I was like, really, really, I need some girls laying eggs around here.
Oh yeah.
We have it now. So I'm like, okay.
Okay.
If I get boys, it's freezer camp for
Right.
the boys. So
We've had one cow born this year, and it's a boy, so that's not much. That's not much to say for how many boys we're getting as far as calves go. But we've had how many? 6 goats born, and 5 of them were boys.
oh
The 6th was
no.
a girl, and she didn't make it.
Mm,
And then of the turkeys that we've had, the ones we hatched last year, they're still too small for me to tell, but it looks like 2 of the 6 are boys, so those are good.
I was
But
about to
then
say
last
that's a
year
good equal balance.
I hatched so many Orpingtons last year, though. So many roosters. So many. I think I have 2 new hens from last year, and I had at least a dozen roosters, minimum.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Males are shockingly common in the farm. I
I'm
was
just
like,
like, that means I have to incubate more.
you're right. And I mean, I'm fine with that because in my experience, the male animals tend to be more friendly, which is weird because like you hear that the roosters are super aggressive and that the male goats are gonna headbutt you. But in like my experience, the girls tend to be more shy and the boys more friendly. And so maybe it's just that the boys are more aggressive if you don't spend time with them, but if you do, then the girls are just more shy. But it
see,
seems like the boys are more well mannered.
see, my Tom turkey, he's aggressive.
Oh
Now
no.
my rooster, he's not. He's sweet, and he has a little limp because he hurt his leg at the very beginning of his life. So we call it his pimp walk. He just has a little limp when he walks. He's sweet as can be, but my Tom, nah, he's. I would not leave him around kids. I'd say that.
You definitely have to be careful with toms because I think I had. So you know how you have to be careful with ratios with birds. If you
Uh-huh.
have one rooster, you need like 3 hens, and if you got 2 rooster, you need 6. I had, I think, 6 hens turkey wise and 2 toms, and they fought to the point where I actually lost one of the toms.
Yeah.
So you cannot have 2 toms.
That's why I had to get rid of my turkeys, because there were 7 of them with one girl. So they were fighting all the time at like 7 weeks old. I was like, yeah, y'all got to go. Y'all got to go.
So how is your preserving, where are you with preserving right now?
I love preserving. I will say that when I started preserving my own harvest, canning was definitely my favorite. But I have gotten into this role of like doing the meals in a jar, like from freeze-dried food or dehydrated food. And that's kind of my addiction right now. I love making meals in a jar. Like I can sit, I don't need TV. I just need to sit with freeze-dried food and make the pretty colors in a jar. I'm that crazy person right now. So that's what my preserving is. I love meals in a jar.
There is nothing wrong with a little crazy.
Right.
Homesteading's taught me one thing. It's definitely that.
Right.
So on that note, I didn't get to look at much of it, but can you tell us a little bit about the 3 Rivers Challenge? I saw you've been doing a lot with that.
Yes, I decided to do it this year full force and just go over at 3 Rivers Homestead. I think she said she started it like 5 or 6 years ago. I can't exactly remember the right date, but it was, you could not grocery shop anything for January and February. It had to be what you have raised, freezed, dehydrated, canned, all of that. Now, she did have a couple rules. Was like, if it was a birthday or an anniversary, then she would kind of be lenient. And for her kids, she would buy birthday meals and that kind of stuff. But I tried to do like none whatsoever to get rid of stuff out of my pantry, because sometimes as canners, we forget what's in our canning room because we're just canning, and then it's on the shelf and it's preserved for years to come. And then you're looking and you're like, oh, I have a 5-year-old pickle that probably is mushy and not that great. So it was a good collab to be able to kind of recycle what was in my freezers and get it ready for this new season. And same thing with my canning is cycle through it, see what I didn't use a lot of and see what I used a lot of. I thought I was going to use so much fruit preserve and pie fillings. None. All of them are still on the shelf. So it was a good collab to know, okay, don't can this much of it next year. You need to do more of like the salsa. You went through salsa in like 2 weeks. Or
I can relate to that.
It's a good thing for you to know, because when you start canning, you see everybody on YouTube or Instagram and you're like, oh, I'm going to try that. You learn after a couple of years, okay, I'm not really doing it for people on YouTube. I'm doing it for me. So I probably need to can the stuff that I actually want to eat or use instead of what's going to look pretty in a picture for Instagram. So that's why I love doing this challenge. And it was fun. It was hard, but it was fun.
Yeah. That actually kind of reminds me of what we kind of do. We don't like completely not go to the store or anything, but we live pretty far from any like big stores. So in January and February, we get some intense snow in Michigan because of the lake effect.
Oh, I'm sure.
And we genuinely have times where we can't get out of our property because there's just too much snow. And since we live on a small street, they don't plow it very often. So there are times where we're stuck in our property. And I'm fine with that because I love this property. But then we have to wonder, and we don't actually have to worry about it so much because we preserve, we can, and mom stocks up. And so we've got it. And the only issue we have with that is we have to go to the P.O. box. And so we ended up getting some of our Christmas cards from some of our friends on YouTube in like January and way later.
That's the thing with living so remotely is you're like, oh, do I really want to drive the hour to go? Or should I just stay here? And then most of the time, that's what you decide. You're like, no, I'm just going to stay here today.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll get the groceries in a month or so.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
We'll be fine.
Well, now that we've started getting into prepping and canning, I think I'm going to drag KK in here to talk to you about
Absolutely.
the actual idea here. Hello, Mr. Casey.
How are you doing? Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I dropped the keyboard. So yeah, the bang you heard earlier was my fault. I dropped the keyboard.
I was like, oh, that's probably part of it. So don't give it away. Don't give it away. It's okay. We thought it was all it.
So to get started on the preserving topic, what kinds of garden produce did you preserve last year?
Oh my goodness. A lot of tomatoes. I planted a lot of tomatoes last year, or tomato products, but I planted a lot of tomato and I canned a lot of tomatoes, like barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, salsa, because I love anything Mexican food, like tacos, chips, and salsa. I could eat until I'm blue in the face. I did a lot of canning, like soups, like homemade soups for the prepping for the winter of like our veggies, like chicken and veggie soups, and that was nice to have. What else did I do canning wise? Oh, we had a lot of pears, as we always do, and apples.
Oh, awesome.
So that's what I was saying. I canned way too many jams and pie fillings, and they're all still sitting on the shelf because you can only go through so many, apple butters.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, those are my main ones. Tomato product stuff. I probably can anywhere from 300 to 400 jars of tomato product stuff. So
wow, that's a lot.
Because it's all the good stuff.
So you were canning for a while.
My canning would start in like July-ish and end early September. Like there's always I try to do something like the collab that the Three Rivers Challenge collab. She does another one where it's like you can every single day of the month of August, I think it is. And that kind of keeps you on like a schedule, because otherwise I'd be like all over the place if I had to remember what I had to can every day during that month.
What's your favorite produce that you've ever stored for winter?
Spaghetti squash. See, I did not eat a lot of spaghetti squash until I grew it for the first time when I moved here. And I saw somebody on YouTube do it. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. Like hopefully it tastes like spaghetti. Spoiler alert, it does. And it's so good. And it stores really, I think, really well. Like I've had some that are like 4 or 5 months old from last fall of harvesting them, and they're still hard and secure. So I would say either spaghetti squash or butternut squash, because butternut squash is so good in a pie.
It is.
It's so good.
We grow a lot of butternut. I think we used to do spaghetti and we didn't last year. I don't remember why, but we just we still have some in the basement from last fall because it's just so easy to store them.
Right. See, my butternut didn't do well last year. I'm always such a proponent from either having friends or trading seeds, like seed swap kind of thing. Because the seeds that you buy at like the big box stores, we never know how old the seeds are, how good the seeds are. And the ones that I got from the Walmart last year did not germinate that well, did not produce a lot of fruit. So I was like, wah, 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 for my butternut last year, sadly enough. But I have butternut this year. Spoiler alert. From y'all.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So branching that into the 6 seeds, do you have a favorite on that list that you're most looking forward to gardening?
I'm really excited to try kidney beans because I love kidney beans. Now, I've never grown like a bean. I mean, okay, so I've grown like a green bean and I've grown like edamame, but this is the first year that I'm trying with y'all's kidney beans, and I got from M.I. Gardner cannellini beans because I love them in soup. And so I'm like, okay, I'm really excited to try the beans. But pepperoncinis, I'm pretty excited about those too because those are really good with pizza.
That's gonna be awesome. And going back to the squash, what's your method of hardening those to store? I know we have to keep them in the garage to get their shells to harden before they come in.
Yeah, I have a lot of, when I bought this homestead, there was a lot of like lean-to buildings out there. And I think the woman and her husband that I had bought the homestead from, I think that's what they used them for, was probably curing a lot of their winter squashes and pumpkins and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I have this perfect little shed that all you have to do is throw it under and it hardens up, and then I throw them in my canning room.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're storing, I know you talked a lot about canning and making recipes before you can. What are some of your favorite methods for storing those harvests?
I would say it started out canning was my favorite method of preserving.
Water bath or pressure?
Okay, I will say at the very beginning, definitely water bath, because I didn't have my electric pressure canner then. And I was always so scared of pressure canning because I was like, oh, I'm going to forget to look at it and the pressure's going to be too high. You know, it's all that the scared thought that I think any beginner gets. Like, oh, it's going to blow up. And I'm like, now I always tell people, now there are so many gadgets on the pressure canners that it's not like the ones back in the early 1900s. It's not, and there's so many valves, safety valves on it now, but you still need to know what you're doing. But the level of scaredness shouldn't be as high as most people get. So, but now sitting right here on this day, I would say pressure canning is my favorite of canning than water bath. It's quicker to me. I think it's a set it and forget it kind of thing now, which I like.
Yeah. And it's March right now, but why do you think now is a good time to be stocking up and making purchases so you can store things?
Well, I think being organized and being prepared, one, it's always going to be at the top of that list of why you should have things going. But a lot of companies do sales around early spring, like 4-jar lids, if you're stocking up for the year on that, or if you're looking for jars, going out to garage sales or thrift stores to find the jars, because the springtime, March, is when most people are clearing out their house, right? You know, they're trying to get rid of junk. They're, trying to sell it. And one person's junk can be a treasure for you, of like finding, mason jars for 25 cents a jar. So it's always March and April for me. It's the time I stock up on my canning lids. If I need to get new rings, I get them. If I need new jars, even when I don't need new jars, I usually still buy them in March too. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like for us, we do a lot of stocking up early in the year because of inflation too. Like the best time to have a ton of jars on hand would probably have been like 10 years ago.
Right.
But also like now is a good time because we don't know what's going on. Because a couple of years ago it was maybe like $12 for a certain can, and now it's 15 or whatever. So it's always good.
Even higher than that.
Oh, even
it's ridiculous.
And then you said you were talking about garage sales and Goodwill stores. Miss Lisa and Mr. Jesse at Lazy Days Ahead got a pressure canner. And that was really good quality for like $50, and in market value is like $120.
Right. I got my water bath canner from a garage sale, and they had it marked for $7.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yes, please. I will take it. And because I think, especially with garage sales, I think the older generation, I think like my parent age, was not into the canning like necessarily my grandparents. And so as they slowly pass and the kids get rid of their stuff, the newer generation like us is saying, oh, I want to do that canning. I want to preserve like that. So the stuff that they're getting rid of is stuff that we're looking for. And I think it's a beautiful thing that way, to have jars that have history, not necessarily a brand new jar from Walmart, but you got one of a woman that used to can for 30 years and passed. I don't know. That's just cool to me, to have the little backstory on that candy jar. So.
And plus, it's just like it's reusing it, which reduces waste.
Absolutely.
And what items are on your shopping list for now? Like, since we're in that season.
You know what's funny is me and Monica over at Bland's Promised Land Ranch always joke with each other, because we always say, we'll call each other and be like, what's in your Amazon list right now? What's in your Amazon cart for the homesteading? And right now, because I'm planning meat for this year, it's a lot of meat preparation stuff. So it's like the vacuum seal bags and the labelers, scales, that kind of stuff is what's in my Amazon shop now. Even though I always have 4-jar lids in my Amazon shop. Even though I know you can buy it from their website, but it's easier on Amazon being in the country because it comes to your door.
It does.
So that's what I have. I have canning lids right now. I have vacuum seal bags and scales.
Is the meat a new project you're working on?
Yes.
Nice.
Because as you were saying with inflation, it's I get angry now when I go to the store and I see chicken breast for $18. And
it's unreasonable.
Like, I'm not paying $18. And I don't want to go to be a vegetarian, but I'm not paying $18 for chicken breast. So I was like, if I'm going to do it, it's time.
Gonna take a second and say hello to everyone in the chat. I'm not doing a great job of keeping up with it, but Not For Nothing Homestead, SD Mountain Man, Watt Life, Canadian Family Life, and Rem's family. Thank you all for coming in, and hello. And that brings us to our next question. You've been doing this for a few years now. Am I? Okay, no, I'm not glitching. To our new gardeners, what would you say is like the easiest preserving method to start with?
Oh, by far water bath. By far water bath. Because I think the newbie plant of choice that I recommend to people is a tomato plant. Because relatively they're easy plants to take care of, and they don't always want to die. And of course, with tomatoes, a lot of the product that you use that is going to be a water bath method of canning. So that's kind of like the beginner level of gardening / canning is tomato stuff and water bath canning.
All right. Nice.
Get a good salsa recipe. Tomatoes, get a good salsa recipe, water bath can it, you're good.
Oh yeah. We use a ton of salsa.
Yes.
It goes with everything.
Right.
I know we still use a lot of water bath because, like I said earlier, the pressure canner for us is scary. So we've tried, I think, dry canning and freezing and dehydrating, but I think for us, water bath is like the most versatile, unless you're dry canning.
Oh, right. Absolutely. I haven't tried the dry canning yet. That's one thing that I do.
That one I really like doing. It's very fun.
I just want to try it. Everybody's been saying you got to try it. I was like, okay, maybe this canning season I'll give it a good old hee-ho.
We use the I think I forget the brand, but it's also our vacuum sealer. And so you just like attach it and it's super easy.
Yes.
And we did like
super easy. Yeah.
We did like 10 boxes of like cookies and Chex Mix and stuff, and it's still in the basement.
That's one thing that Monica's always telling me is that she'll buy like around the holidays the big giant Oreos and that kind of like the seasonal ones, I guess you could say, yeah. And she'll vacuum seal. She'll separate it and vacuum seal it. Now I do that with my meals in a jar, so I guess I could say that I do kind of dry can because I vacuum seal the freeze dried stuff in my jars.
Oh, nice.
But I need to get into doing. And I did crackers. So I guess scratch what I just said, because I guess I've done it once. I did crackers this year with the noodle machine, and that was fun because it kept them really crisp and fresh.
It extends the shelf life by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got
Absolutely.
a ton of animal crackers because they were on sale, and then like 6-7 months later, they're like awful.
Right.
So
And then you're mad because you really want it at that moment.
right.
And then you're like, and it's soggy now.
Yeah, it's not worth it. And of the 6 survival seeds, do you have a plan already on what you're going to be doing with them?
So 2 of them I've already started in seed starts.
Ooh.
And that was the marinara and the pepperoncini. I always start my tomatoes and peppers. Well, I usually start them sooner than I have this year, but life has been crazy. And all the rest of them will be direct sows, and I've already have in my mind where they're going. I have a mind of when I harvest what I'm doing with them. This is like the coolest collaboration ever created. I was so excited about this. And I have to say, y'all are so organized. When I got, and most people in the chat probably know this, when I got the brochure that guided me through the seeds, I lived my best life because I didn't have to do any thinking. The Vineyard Chicks did all of my thinking for me. This is the best. Y'all are amazing. So
well, we're glad you like it. It was fun kind of like getting them put together.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And if you could add one to the survival seeds mix, what plant would you add?
That's a good question. Corn.
Yeah.
Corn, only because it's so versatile for human consumption, animal consumption.
Right.
You can use it for making what they call adult beverages or in cleaning supplies. If it goes bad, it turns into a good cleaning supply. So it's very versatile. So I would say corn.
That's a really good thought. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and they're easy to, some plants, it's so hard to save the seeds unless you really know and you're knowledgeable on how to save seeds. Corn is pretty easy seed savers.
Right. It really is. And do you have anything coming up in your channel that you would like people in the chat to watch for?
Definitely the meat business and incubating. This is the first time that we're incubating. I'm excited. Listen, I've watched so many videos on incubating. I feel in my mind that I'm a pro now, but I still have to remind myself, this is your first time, Casey. But I'm ready for babies. I'm ready for a ton of little babies squawking and ready to go out to chicken.
Awesome.
Yes, so.
Yeah, it'll be fun to follow along with that because you're taking on some projects that are really, really cool.
Thank you so much.
And before we bring Lazy Days Ahead to talk about the giveaway and to chat with us, I'm going to play the commercial once I find it. There it is. Like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake, powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, you're my titanium, fight song, raising up like a roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me? 'Cause who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible.
That pot, the indoor growing spot. The perfect way to grow indoors. It's easy when you use that pot. Rainpoint water timer turns on wherever you go. Rainpoint water timer. X pests for unwanted guests. X pests for quality that's the best. X pests to keep away all your pests.
Yay! Hey.
Hi.
All right. So
Rain Point is the best, by the way. Yeah, I just have to
It
put that in there. It's the best. Hello.
it is awesome.
Hello.
Oh.
I just realized that my shirt's green because the microphone was in front of it the whole time.
It's an avocado. You guys can't see it, but it's a
So, yeah,
cat.
We can see right through you, KK.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing awesome.
Doing
We're
good.
doing great.
Hello,
Yeah.
Casey.
Hello. Good to
Hey.
see y'all.
Good to
Yeah,
see
you
you.
can see you too, Casey.
All right. So you have
talk about?
yes, I'm going to talk about some of the videos that were in hashtag this week.
And hold on,
go
two
ahead.
people in the chat. This is our co-host. These are two of our co-hosts, Mr. Jesse and Miss Lisa, and they handle the giveaway aspect of it. And they have a really cool channel, and we highly recommend you check out both of the channels on the panel with us. I didn't even touch anything this time.
This week we have had 3 new entry videos. Anlin, oh gosh,
The official Anlin
the
show.
official Anlin show.
Mhm.
She talked about the collaboration, and she even went into all of the detail of writing out the entire explanation of the collaboration and all of the steps to join the collaboration
nice.
in the description of her video, which
That's
was
awesome.
that was pretty impressive. Pafford family showed all of the seeds he got. And I did not know that their family was going through a lot. So we'll be keeping them in our prayers. There's a lot going on in their family right now. But while he was talking about his seeds, Autumn, the little girl, she kept trying to come into the video and show a book. And
Aw.
in the end, she did get to show it, but it was cute. And then Rem's family. Is it
Rem's
just Rem's family? I keep confusing which ones are family and garden and family farm and family garden, and I'm sorry. Rem's family went into the different reasons why the seeds are good and why he was interested and what he thought about all of the seeds and what he would change and why he thought each seed was good. And apparently where he's at, I believe he said that he can't plant onions until October because it's too hot. And I was actually wondering if you had the same thing, Mr. Casey, because you were talking about how you can't grow certain things when it's hot.
We shouldn't when it's hot, but I'm a rebel in onions anyways, just to try and see. We'll see if it works. So, but no, you're really not supposed to because it gets way too hot.
Huh. I did not know that was a thing because, I know you can't plant when it's cold. I did not know it got too hot to plant.
Yes, it gets really hot down here too.
Texas, yeah.
Oh, y'all get hotter than us in Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it gets pretty hot in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, I think I messed that up. That wasn't Rem's family. That might have been. Oh, that was a different video. I'm sorry. I know somebody said it. I messed that. I don't know who said
Was
that.
it Pafford?
I'm not sure. I don't think it was Pafford. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That wasn't one of the ones that I wrote down. That was just one of the ones I remembered, and I did not remember. And then, so those were the only 3 entry videos that we got this week. But we also got a lot of new videos that were added to the hashtag, including Miss Lake. She did a video and a live stream talking about the seed bank. And I wasn't sure if that was for our side of the collaboration or for Mr. Bushcraft's, but it was definitely really interesting if you guys wanted to check that out. I overheard part of the live stream while Mom was on while we were doing school.
I like the idea of a seed bank, to be honest. Like, they're just trying to preserve these species of corn, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah. One Day at a Time Homestead is getting ready to plant her seeds. She's getting all of her soil and her dirt together so that she can start planting soon. And Rebel Canner showed a really interesting way to can dried kidney beans.
Ooh.
It was a really cool video, and she's canned, and she also canned some lentils with her extra jars. I always forget what kind of bean that is. CNC Farms got the rest of her seeds and her lemon balm seeds as well for bushcraft side of the collaboration, which is really exciting. And I just wanted to note that a lot of people are getting their seeds arriving damaged, and a lot of the time the kidney beans show up damaged or the spilled. So if anybody needs more kidney beans, we'd be happy to send you more, but we are having a lot of trouble with the post office. A lot of things are arriving super duper slowly. So if you need it to plant them fast, then you can always just get dried kidney beans and plant those. As long as you don't plant the cooked ones, because that does not work. Dee's Garden Adventures got her seeds in the mail. She made her entry video earlier, but she finally got her seeds. And I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that we are having trouble getting the seeds out on time. Or no, we're getting them out in time. They're just not arriving on time.
They're not. They're in the mail, and if they get there, it gets crushed.
Right. So if you guys don't have your seeds yet, but you already have asked for them, you can make your entry video before you have your seeds, and then make it a separate video about your seeds. So that's an option. And Our Treasured Home also got her seeds from both Mr. Charles and from our side of the collaboration. So a lot of people's seeds are finally arriving, which is good to hear. And those are all the new videos from the hashtag that I saw. There are other people in the chat from Georgia here. I think Mr. Watt is from Georgia, Mr. Casey.
I'm trying to, because I had to do it on my phone because my internet is so lovely. So I'm trying to see if I can pull up the chat.
Yeah, it can be hard to pull up sometimes.
Oh, there we go.
SD Mountain Man says his beans were damaged as well.
And we even explicitly told them, please don't machine these.
No machines.
No machine, and they were still damaged.
Yeah. So it happens. But
yeah.
What can we do?
Well, but the good thing is the people that want to enter the collaboration know what 6 seeds they are. So if you have those seeds, or if you have access to those seeds,
use them.
Go ahead. Yeah, use them. Don't wait on the ones that the Vineyard Chicks or Bushcraft are going to send you, because we want you to get your entry videos in as soon as you can. Why? Because everybody wants to see them, and you have a better chance of winning in the giveaway. So,
yeah, definitely.
Want to get your videos in there.
Not for nothing, Homestead. I didn't catch your video when I was looking at the hashtag. I must have scrolled past it. I'll put a note on it and I'll watch it, and we'll talk about it next week. I don't know how I missed it. I must have scrolled past it.
To anyone in the chat, also, if you made a Survival Seeds video and it doesn't get shouted out, please let us know. We want to look at your video. We want to share it out. We just have trouble getting to everything, and using the hashtag helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or tagging us. It makes them a lot easier for us to find. I'm sorry that I missed yours. I'll go back and look for more, and then we'll talk about them next week.
Yep, there's the hashtag right there. Thank you.
Right. So if you want to see a minion doing some planting, go check out Not for Nothing Homestead video for the Survival Seeds 20. She actually has a minion helping her do seeds planting. You got to go watch it.
That sounds awesome.
A minion named Megan.
I may not always
her daughter.
I may not always tell the truth. I never lie.
Lori's World has her butternut squash popping up.
Oh, that's great.
I killed a bunch of carrots.
She did. She dropped her comb and somehow she obliterated a good amount of baby carrots. And we don't know where the plants went.
I don't know how I did it.
We don't know how it happened. So first of all, she's standing over here. The tray's on the ground, this far away from her. She drops the comb and it lands in the tray. And when we look there's no carrot plants where the comb dropped. but we can't find the carrot plants anywhere. We don't know where the carrot plants went when they got uprooted. So, whoops.
You'll have some volunteers somewhere.
Yeah. What did I click? You were clicking buttons, and that's why you killed the carrots.
Hey, Growing with Hudson and Deborah Rusignolo, Dana B. and Linda Peterson. And anyone else in the chat that we're missing, hello. Thank you all for being here.
Happy Sunday, everyone. So do you have any recent updates that have been, any big updates that have been going on? Any of you?
As it relates to the Survival Seeds 2024, yes.
I have one pepperoncini coming up.
Yay!
Nice. But there's movement in the other ones. So, and I'm doing them hydroponically. So I'm starting those in the hydroponics inside.
Oh, nice. That's so cool.
Nice. Tomatoes have come up, and so I'm waiting for their second set of seeds, and then I'll probably transplant those and plant some more, start some more.
That's great.
So, I just can't. I just can't get over how well those hydroponic systems work. And speaking of hydroponic systems, not to brag, but we're going to be giving away 2 hydroponic systems during the Survival Seeds 2024 collaboration. And I forget what months they're going to be giving away in, but that's why we want everybody to get in there to have a chance to win a hydroponic system.
Or any other prize.
Or any of the other prizes. Let's get some awesome prizes lined up for this year.
And those giveaways will be every Sunday, the last Sunday of each month. And last week, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, we had a giveaway that was a garden bench and tools as the collaborator prize.
Correct.
So, and that will be going through June, if I remember.
It only gets better as we go. So, for example, the first month of February, we gave away 150. Now, these are value, okay? That's not what I paid. No. But value was $156 for the month of February. Whoa. This month, March, is going to be a doozy. We're giving away $272 worth of prizes.
Whoa.
Wow.
So you want to be there. You want to be in the collaboration. You want to go watch the videos and leave a comment because those comments are eligible for a prize. So, awesome. And then if I may I go ahead and talk about the new stuff we're talking about? So every month, people are going to be putting in videos. So in order to encourage that, or in order to reward.
Oh no!
Did we freeze? Or
I was about to say,
Mr. Casey, I know it's on.
Okay. Oh no!
Oh. So you guys are just gonna have to wait on that cliffhanger.
I was about to say cliffhanger.
But yeah, we're gonna have the giveaways, and then in October, I think. Yeah, October.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
It's gonna be the grand.
I pulled a KK.
Hey.
I'm sorry. No, but what I was saying was, what we're going to be starting a new prize segment. So right now we're giving away a collaborator gift every month. We're giving away a couple of comment picker gifts every month, and then obviously we're giving people in the chat a chance to win as well. So going forward, starting from February 26th all the way to the end of March to the next collaboration giveaway. Anybody who submits a Survival Seeds 2024 related video. I'm not talking about your trip to Vegas, but if you submit a video, an updated video, or showing the survival seeds, something's going on with the Survival Seeds 2024. If it's Survival Seeds 24 related, and you put the hashtag in your comment or your description, then you'll be eligible to have a video of the month prize. We're gonna be giving a video of the month prize. So
sweet.
Every it'll be different. So if you submit a video this month in March, you're eligible. In April, all the March videos go away. We start all over again. So you'll have to submit another video in April, the Survival Seeds 2024, in order to be on that wheel.
Related.
Yeah. To be on that wheel for another prize. So every month we want to reward those,
Yeah.
or bushcraft, anything herb or the seed related is going to be on that wheel. So you can have as many as 4 chances to win. So we're encouraging everybody to put out a video, and there's nothing wrong with update videos, but it has to be Survival Seeds 2024 related, so that you can get on that video of the month. Yeah, video of the month wheel.
And we love seeing all these videos and the way you guys are updating and learning from each other. I know there was a suggestion about having spinach added to my thought. Okay. The Survival Seeds Challenge, the Survival Seeds 2024. And someone suggested spinach. And that's a really good thought because it's very versatile. You can put it in soups and it has a high protein content. And it's just really cool to see everyone's suggestions and things that they do in a unique way. And so it's really cool to see how that community is growing.
You asked Casey, what seed he would add, and he mentioned corn, which I thought was excellent. Corn is my most favorite vegetable, and it's an excellent idea to add corn. But more so than that, my favorite seed would have been bacon seeds. If we could just add some bacon seeds, that would have been awesome. Hey, if anybody has any bacon seeds, my address is at the bottom of our
No, it's not.
Lazy Days Ahead 1031@gmail.com. Send me some bacon seeds. I'll definitely put them in the collaboration.
Aww. Rambling had crushed seeds.
Oh,
What? It was crushed. But you know what? You can do an update on that,
Look,
Scott.
Robert Bates, I have free bacon seeds.
There you go.
so are you like actually having plants that grow bacon, or are you giving away your pet pig?
There was a question up earlier. Oh man, I lost it. You're pulling at me tonight.
Yeah.
Growing with Hudson had a question for you guys.
Do they just PayPal or Zelle?
We have PayPal or Zelle. Yeah. And it's in the about section of our channel. But anyway, I was going to also mention that the giveaway total for the full year right now for all the donations, and KK mentioned it earlier. Oh no, it was Trey that mentioned it, that we have over $2,800 worth of donated and sponsored gifts for this collaboration
Throughout the whole thing, the total of it that's added. That's not counting anything that is going to be donated since from now on. So
that's a total of what we have right now. That's not what people are going to be sending in the months to come or weeks to come or whatever. So 2,800 in prizes. That's awesome. So this collaboration, it's just going like this, and it's going to get better and better every month. We believe, and the sharing of the videos amongst everybody using the hashtag Survival Seeds 2024 is the best way to get the videos out there. So, and trust me, the Vineyard Chicks are definitely checking out your videos. We're keeping in constant contact, so we make sure everybody's included on all the prize opportunities. So get your videos out there. We just can't wait to see how come harvest time. I can't wait to see what transpires from the 6 sets and the 4 sets of herbs that we're sending out there. It's going to be amazing.
So, Miss Lori, Miss Lori put it in the comments.
Yeah, Miss Deborah, the 4 seeds are butternut squash, kidney beans, beets, Mariano tomatoes, pepperoncini peppers, and Walla Walla onions.
And partridge in a pear tree.
Yep. Definitely. We're definitely mailing partridges and pear tree. How do you mail a pear tree?
There's a reason we have to say non-machinable.
Well, how do you mail a pear tree?
Very carefully.
Well, if it's little bitty,
it's a start.
If you put it as a start, probably won't produce any fruit for about 20 years.
If you're interested in joining Miss Deborah, just send us an email and we can talk through that with you and get those seeds out.
Hey, the Bull's Garden.
Hi, Bull's Garden. It's good to see you. Happy Sunday. What did I? You clicked something.
At least I didn't click a bad something.
No, that one there was me. So she was putting up the list of all the different seeds. Thank you, Karma.
Thank you. Where did it go?
Where did what go? What are you looking for?
I think it was Grace and Fire. Someone was talking about amaranth as a substitute for a substitute. Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
For spinach if it's too hot. And I've never actually heard of that plant, so that's an interesting. Oh.
Isn't spinach what Popeyes ate? Or Popeye? It made him really strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's what you were looking for.
There you go. Thank you.
Amaranth, if it's too hot of summer for you. And you know what? What has helped us in the last few years that we've been planting, because Texas gets really hot. And last summer, oh my goodness. Shade cloths. So if you're Georgia, shade cloth makes a big difference, because we noticed that the shade cloth we put on our patio, we have a patio outdoor that's between our house and the garage, and all the plants flourish. They're just green as can be because we put the shade cloth. You don't have that sun just beating down on those plants. So we have all our plants out in the back, and it's under our pecan tree, and the ones that were under the pecan tree did so much better than the ones that were out in the open. So if you can get access to shade cloth, that'll definitely help those southern states that have, problem with the heat.
Yeah, the full sun.
Right. Because it gives them just enough heat and just enough sunlight to cause them to do their thing, but it doesn't burn them.
Right.
Miss Cindy, I have no idea, because we've talked about maybe choosing different seeds after we go through this year and see which seeds we struggled with, or if we discover other seeds that are more beneficial than a different seed. So I don't know if Survival Seeds 2025 is going to be planting the seeds we saved and seeing how they did, or if it's going to be picking new seeds, or if it's going to be all of that. I have no idea.
I think it would be cool to try to plant the saved seeds, because definitely saving seeds is a huge aspect of the collaboration, because you can't multiply your seed stack if you don't save those seeds.
Right. That defeats the purpose of what they're doing.
And I think it would be cool to see how well those were isolated and see if there's anything that could be improved.
But what you could do. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then additionally adding more seeds to the pile, so that you have some other things growing in there, like corn or spinach or anything else that we decide to add, would also be really cool, because then you're adding diversity to what you're saving.
Right.
And only thing with corn would be if you're trying to container grow things, which I think was our plan, at least for the survival seeds, so that they were isolated. It's kind of hard to do that with corn. I'm trying to figure out a way around that.
Make a grow bag.
Yeah. Speaking of container growing, that's going to be one of the gifts next month, or at the end of this month.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. Grow bags are going to be one of the gifts. But you know what we could do, and this is just a thought, at the end of this season, whenever the Survival 24 is over with, we could put out a poll to all the folks that collaborated or that put out videos, and do a poll of what seed would you add if we added another seed to 2025, because you obviously want to replant the ones that you did this year, but if you want to add a seed or two, we do a poll. What if everybody says corn's the one we got to go with, then we'll go with corn. If we do, it's just a thought.
I bet I could guess that the most popular vote would be the bacon seeds.
Yeah, I love bacon. Come on. I'd clear out my whole backyard to grow bacon seeds.
Yes. Can I just ask out of curiosity, what's the weather like for you guys right now?
We had a cool front come through. So yesterday it was 55. The day before was
cool front.
80.
The day before was 80.
Yeah. When we go from 80 to 55, that's a cool front. And then today it's about 70, I think.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to slowly get warmer.
What about you, Mr. Casey?
we actually get their weather after about a day later. So we get Texas weather just a day later. And it's really windy today. It's nice today. It's like about 60, but it's like heavy wind. Like my chickens would not go out there like, no, this is like some Wizard of Oz stuff. We're not with it today. We'll go back in the coop.
Right.
Yeah,
We got
windy
snow
here.
this morning. We got an inch of snow this morning.
Oh.
Oh,
What do you get for
man.
living you guys live in this beautiful, warm wonderland. We got snow. We got a full inch of snow.
well,
It's
nice
gone now,
here.
but it's still chilly and frosty out.
It's nice now, but I tell you, when in another month, it's going to be so humid and hot.
Well, maybe not necessarily a month, but
Okay.
after about May, when the May showers, April showers, Mayflower, when the Mayflowers come out, it's going to get hot.
It's hot and
It's-
humid.
It's going to get hot.
You don't want to go outside.
Those
And
Mayflowers
gross.
got to have some sunscreen.
But I'll take heat all day. But over snow, sleet, shoveling, all that, no.
You know what? I'm actually the exact opposite. I would rather be cold because you can layer up or you can go inside or something. But like in the heat, you're just like you're melting and you can't do anything to stop it.
You can only take
I
so much
burn
out.
really
Yeah,
bad. So
But that's why we condition our houses out here, because you have to have air conditioning. Otherwise, you wouldn't survive.
That is a must.
right, but like say the air conditioning is down because you don't have any power.
Oh, then
We have a generator.
there's where you get on your knees.
Yeah.
You start praying for cooler weather.
Yes.
You got to have air conditioning. At least in Texas, you do. I don't know about anywhere else. Well, see, her mom lives in Oregon, and they don't have air conditioning up there. Well, some people do, but a lot of people don't have it because it doesn't get that hot. Maybe a week out of the year.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Linda Peterson has rhubarb, and then she saves those seeds, and that's awesome. And that she can give them to other people in the area.
Nice. That's cool.
Rhubarb. I've never had rhubarb. I can't wait to taste it. I'm going to taste rhubarb
I think
pie.
we're doing it this year.
I think so. Dad talks about rhubarb a lot because his grandma used to make rhubarb strawberry. Was it strawberry rhubarb pies? She used to make
Yes.
strawberry rhubarb pies for him all the time. So he talks about it all the time. I don't think I've ever really had rhubarb.
Oh, well, 'cause I've never had it either. I've heard a lot of people say it's really good, kind of tart, but it kind of blends well with strawberry. So I'm always willing to try it. But
Right.
I've never
Yeah. Same.
grown it.
Sounds interesting. KK's sitting here bouncing with her books, so I think she wants to talk about them.
Well, no, just like as a closing thought, definitely do your research. There's a ton of resources out there for home canning, meals in a jar. I know Mr. Casey was talking about these. Please don't be green.
It's not green at most angles.
Not all of it, just a little bit.
And Mom and I were also talking about trying to ferment vegetables, and we've been looking into this a lot because we've actually done sauerkraut, and she wants to try doing beets.
That was good.
So that'll be fun. But just generally do your homework. There's also, well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's also YouTube videos in our community and across YouTube
Land.
that you can use as a resource because you can always learn from other people.
Mhm.
And that's one of the goals of this collaboration. So just learn from each other, use books and other resources. I forgot how I was going to close that.
No.
We're a strong proponent of building a prepping library. And I say prepping library because you just never know when you don't have access to the internet or you don't have access to your Wi-Fi or your 5G,
just
whatever.
Like when Meta was down,
Yeah, when Meta went down the
you
other
couldn't
day,
get on that social media
people were freaking out.
fight.
And so we have started ours several years ago, but we truly believe that you need to have a hard copy library of things, medical books, how to
Home remedies.
home remedies,
Mhm.
canning, gardening.
Yeah.
And that's why we love the ball books. The ball books are awesome because they give you good tips. There's no way you can remember everything. There's no way. But if
Right.
you have access to, and you know where to go for the resource, you're good. Because you just never know. And you know what? One of the places we get all our resources from is a place called Ollie's. If you have an Ollie's in your neighborhood, you need to check out their book section. They have very reasonably priced books. I'm telling you, very cheap.
Robert Bates, there are people definitely. There are people involved in this collaboration from all over the place.
But coming to mind for Northeast, we have Garden State Gardener is in New Jersey. Wow.
Coming to mind, we have Garden State Gardener.
Miss Tammy, that's her name. Miss Tammy, Rebel Canners is in Michigan.
Yeah, so right here in Michigan.
And there's a lot of other people. I think Miss Lake is
in New York.
Yeah. So Lake Files and Dig Deeper are in New York. So there's a ton of people scattered all over the place.
We've got some Canaders too.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Canaders?
Canadians.
Canaders.
What am I doing?
I think Canada sounds better. So
it does.
That's a better word.
Rambling with the brooms, Scott.
Scott's in Canada, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Grace and Fire, she's in
Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana.
Right.
Anne is in.
Where's my Alabama farm life from?
Oh, I have no idea.
My Alabama farm life?
I don't know.
I think she's from Alabama.
Maybe.
Yeah, Lori's World. She's in Canada. She's a Canadian.
Yes, Mr. Scott, really. What did you expect?
Yeah. Cindy Squirrel, isn't Cindy Squirrel from Canada?
Yes, I believe so.
Cindy Squirrel's from Canada. And
Tiffany at Canadian Family Life.
Lewis Acre Farm is Karma from Idaho, far west. So yeah, they're from all over, and obviously Georgia, Texas.
It's super cool because like everyone has a different growing zone, so you can see what's going on over there.
Right.
Right, or how they grow.
Do we have anybody from overseas yet? From Australia or
New England, or not New England. Someone
UK.
in the UK.
Someone in the UK.
Okay.
I'm fine with this being what I'm remembered for, just so you know. I'm fine with this being the only thing notable about me when I'm gone. Hey, I remember that girl who called the Canadians Canaders?
Yeah.
Oh, what was her name?
He called you out, the Canaders. Thank you, Nanny.
UK is old England.
I am just terrible today. KK brought up Mr. Joe at Garden State Gardener. He's in New Jersey. And he's actually going live. So after our live, if you guys could stop over there and give him some support.
Love Raid.
Yeah. Mr. Joe is a really great guy and just really fun to listen to.
He is. He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
So when you go in there, put a bunch of plants, not hearts, plants, because this is survival seeds.
Plant raid.
Yeah, plant raid. We're going to plant raid them.
That sounds somehow more threatening.
Hey, Barefoot Lass.
Barefoot Lass.
We're just about wrapping. Wow. We're just about wrapping up, but we're really happy you came. And to Mr. Casey and Miss Jessie and I'm sorry, Mr. Jesse. It's every time. But thank you for being up here. We really appreciate it. It was super fun talking to you guys.
Yeah, it was really cool having you guys up here and talking to you guys.
And we'll be right here same time next week because daylight savings. I thought we had another hour, so we were running a little bit late.
I took way too long in the shower. She was supposed to get a shower in, and I took too long.
Remember, get your intro videos in. Intro video and Survival Seeds 2024 hashtag.
And any updates.
And or any updates, so you can get on the
change your clocks.
Yeah, change your clocks.
We forgot to change one of the clocks, and I'm like, oh, okay, we've got 2 hours till the live. Oh my gosh, we're on in 6 minutes.
Oh no.
Yeah. fun.
Yeah.
I got every other clock in the house.
Good times, except for the main one that almost everyone looks at because it's in the center of the kitchen.
I figured it was like going to be automatic. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Now, do you change your batteries when you change the clocks?
No, we change
That's
batteries when the clock dies.
But see, if you change the battery
We change them.
every whenever the time changes,
Oh.
then you know your battery
Yeah,
will last.
that's the best way to remember. If you change it, we do it every time they change clocks back or forward.
I
That's
think
probably
we change
really
our
good.
fire alarm batteries when we move the clock back.
Yes, you can do it that way as well.
Yeah,
but I don't
we
usually
just
do the
wait till the
clock.
clocks die and then we change it.
Well, because we only have like one clock that runs on batteries.
Most of them are plugged into like the electricity, so
Oh,
Right.
the battery operated clocks, when they die, we notice like 2 days later and fix it.
Right.
Yes, Mr. Joe is live already, so if you guys could stop over there when we wrap up. I've always heard fire alarm batteries too with clock change.
Hey, I do want to say thank you for the new video you guys put out for basically the commercial or the advertisement. That was an awesome video, guys. I just
Thank you.
and I just want to know, how did you come up with the like the let pot jingle? Did y'all just
So a lot of that is just me playing.
So yeah, KK improvises little scats on her piano all the time. In fact, if you listen closely on Mondays, if Bunky and I are talking about something and KK's bored, she's going to be messing around on the piano. And you might not know it, but she's not actually playing a song. She's just throwing stuff together. So KK spends like an hour or two at the computer and at the piano making these little jingles, and then I'll come in and I'll try to figure out a rhyme scheme that fits it.
And then she never sings it. I cannot get her to sing it.
And then we have Bunky come in and sing it.
It's great. It's great. I mean, it all fit with the items that you were advertising.
Oh, thank you.
They're fun. We need to get around to making original songs, though.
You did. Well, kind of.
I have like so many original songs written, but I just don't want to sing my own songs. I don't feel comfortable about it, and I don't know why. Because like I'll sing them practicing them, but I don't know if I want to record them.
Well, I mean, you did Still Christmas already.
Right, we did. I guess I'll get over it.
You don't have to. I mean, you don't have to. There's a lot of writers out there. Other people sing those songs.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get this one to sing them, or Bunky to sing them.
Yeah, but if it's a parody, I don't want to do it because then I laugh.
I'm talking about the originals.
The Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, Dana B, Barefoot Lass, Linda Peterson, Ginger Ninja.
It was great to see you guys all here.
Be Charming, Nanny Tam, Grace and Fire, Dee's Garden Adventures. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, like
right. It's 7 here. Should I start feeding Rooster in an hour?
No.
Or should I feed him an hour earlier than he usually? Because they don't do daylight savings.
You move the clock forward, so instead of 6, it's 7. So you should be feeding at 8.
Right.
No.
So should I wait?
Yes.
No, she should have fed an hour ago.
Yes, you should have.
But it's still light out. That doesn't make sense.
She's used to feeding him at 7 p.m. So it's like,
I'm losing my mind.
Forward, so 7 is 8. So you should be at 8 in a half hour.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I said. That's what I said, right?
He lives to confuse people.
Messing with you, Trey.
How do you do this? Isn't high school confusing enough?
But thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we had some great laughs, great conversations.
And it was super fun.
Great talking to you guys.
And
hey, but you know, I want to point one thing out. People in the chat. I know it looks like KK doesn't have a heart, but she really does.
Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're right. No, it does look like that.
She really does have a heart. She really does.
She definitely does. Just see her around cats. She completely throws away her own self to take care of cats because she is so allergic to them and she doesn't care.
It's worth it. But good night.
She learned now she's not gonna wear green ever again.
Yeah.
I actually did this like 2 weeks ago, and I had a dress shirt that I wore for Sunday morning worship. And then I tried to wear it, and then it was 5 minutes before we started, and I realized it was green, and I had to go change.
You know what would be a great idea? You need like like a bright green long sleeve,
It's like anything you
and
own.
a bright green beanie. And you need to set the green screen. Don't use the green screen background, but set the green screen on the computer to a pizza. And you can have a pizza hat and a pizza shirt without owning and then you would never have to find a new outfit, because the next week you could do like grapes, orange, strawberries. You could do so much with this.
Oh my god.
This would be awesome.
You could do your Monday night performances where you're all wearing these green leotards or whatever, all the way down to your, and then when y'all are playing, it looks like heads are playing. What's going on? You know, you don't see nothing but your heads moving. You know, that would be wicked.
That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
But yeah, thank you guys all for coming. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Mr. Casey, for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was really fun. So yeah, good night, guys.
Yeah, have a great night.
See you next week.